Good evening, everybody. It is 11:45 at night, and today we're going to have a big discussion about this article here called "Bridge." Now, in case you're wondering, why am I discussing this? Well, this has been coming around, for a bit, and this is due to all this woke nonsense that is going on in our entertainment right now. And we've seen this happen in movies, television shows, cartoons, you know, comic books, even in video games right now. And it's become tiresome. It's become tiresome that this has been happening, and there's been a lot of people that have been talking about all this nonsense. I mean, take a look what's been happening with Disney right now, with their Star Wars films, Marvel, Indiana Jones, the last movie one that they did. I did not quite enjoy it, but if you guys liked it, that's you guys. That's your opinion. That's your right. So, but that's my opinion that I did not like the movie. You got National Treasures. You got Willow. You know, Halo. You know, and there's been a couple. There's been a lot of talk about entertainment right now, especially in video gaming. Now you had these companies like Sweet Baby Inc. They've been talking. They've been talking a lot of trash to the video game fans base that there's certain games that us fans don't like what they're doing, like Starfield. Starfield, they had pronouns in the game, pronouns, and um, and they try to make it for modern day audiences, bro. We here's the deal with all of this stuff with video games and entertainment like movies, television shows, cartoons. It's our way of escaping reality, bro. We don't need to have reality into these things. We don't, especially in comic books, man. We don't need that, you know? So, I mean, but right now with all this nonsense that has been coming out there, it's just been happening right now. And there's a time that we have people like me, we've been fighting this battle. We've been putting our voices out there, and it's just been a war. It's just been like a big, huge war, during but this kind of war. And like the social justice warriors, they're just full of shit. This Sweet Baby Inc. Corporation, they're full of shit. IGN has been full of shit. You know, video game journalism, they've been full of shit. The Black Gamer Girls, they've been full of shit. Because it's just tiresome, bro. It's just tiresome, and we gotta start talk. We gotta keep talking about it until it ends. But as what we've learned from Disney, no matter what is going on with Disney, how much money they're losing, they're just gonna keep on going. They're gonna keep on spending their money, bringing all this nonsense out there. And their last news that they did was they decided to make a female Silver Surfer based on Shah LaBeouf, you know. And a lot of these video game journalisms, they are entertainment journalisms. They really don't do research. They only use Wikipedia as their excuse. But there are people out there that, like Nerdotic, he has a variety of collection of Silver Surfer, and he knows the history of Silver Surfer. And me, I've never collected the Silver Surfer comic books, but I've always known there's always been one Silver Surfer, Norrin Rad. He was always been the Silver Surfer, not anyone else. So right now, this new Fantastic Four movie that they're doing it right now that I've read that is going to be on another alternate universe with a female Silver Surfer. So it's on them, man. So I'm just going to do it. But here, right now, we're discussing this company right now, and people are saying that this company is worse than Sweet Baby Inc. right now at the moment. Maybe worse than Black Girl Gamers. Who knows? Now this was brought because I was looking on YouTube and I saw DJ Cobra. Shout out to him. He talked a little bit about this that has been going on because another fan base, another YouTuber, Hayden Wayne, brought this to Jeremy's attention. And this person that discovered this and has been talking about it, her name is Kirsch. And she has been talking about this company, but it's a Bridge 2.0. And right now for me, I've only read a little bit about it and everything. But right now, I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to read what I'm going to read here. Try to look at the video. I only looked at a little bit of the video, but it's just too much bull. Now, as you can see here right now, you're seeing the title, Bridge, what it stands for. Benchmarking, Race, Inclusion, and Diversity in Global Engagement. Now, we've seen what has been going on in entertainment nowadays. You got people that they hire, like in movies, for example, they don't read, if you're doing, if they're like Marvel, for example, I'm going to bring out this video real quick that the writers that were doing these movie projects, they were told from Disney, which Disney right now is the biggest woke company that I've ever seen. They have told these writers that don't read the sources, don't read the comic books, don't read any of that stuff. Just create your own. So it's like, but if you don't believe me, we can go to it right now. So let's, I want you guys to give me a minute. I'm going to open another link and I'm going to present this. Hold on 1 second. I should have brought this out before, but I am going to bring it out there. So let's see here. I should have it in my page. I hope I do. It's been a while. I'll stand by a minute. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's just been... Yeah, sometimes these companies can just be so full of shit, bro. So let's see here. I've had it for a while, so it's going to take me a minute to get up there. Let me see here. Well, I hope everybody's watching this and they have a good night with this, So let's see here. I'm trying to find it. Where are you? Where are you? Come on. Oh. Yeah, I've had it. Just trying to look for it, guys. You're going to have to give me a moment. Trying to find it, man. I should have brought this in there before the video started. But you know what? I'm going to be here all night, so it doesn't matter. So let's see here. No, that's not it. Come on. Come on, baby. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, this one that I found is very what I had is very old, but I think I might have. I think this is old news. I think I might have probably accidentally deleted it. Probably didn't save it, which I'm hoping I did. But I am trying to find it. Let's see, where is it? Come on, man. Where are you? I know it's here somewhere. No, this is... I think I don't have it, man. Damn, that sucks, man. Well, I guess I don't have it. Oh, well. Oh, well. So I'll just continue on to what I got. So, anyways, it's like I said, bro. I have been, I've been getting a bit disappointed with what's been going on in entertainment right now. So, all right. So let's just read. Let me read all the. Let me try to do my best I can to read this. So let's see it. All right. Okay, here we go. What is the bridge? BRIDGE stands for Benchmarking Race Inclusion and Diversity in Global Engagement. It is an institutional survey that explains diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, which is DEIA, metrics, structures, and practices at the organizational level across U.S. registered organizations in the international development and humanitarian sector. BRIDGE has become a social movement of organizations dedicated to using evidence to advance DEI goals within and serves as a call to action to advance equity and inclusion in the sector. Sheesh. All right. Now, here's this part that really troubles it. So here we go. For many organizations in the United States, attention to DEI increased exponentially after the murder of George Floyd in the summer of 2020 and the massive racial justice mobilization that followed. In response, many organizations in the international development sector searched to find documented efforts at the sectoral level on the extent of the industry DEI challenges. What they found, however, was a startling gap in publicly available sector-wide dates of diversity. All right, here's the problem, man. You see, people like them, they don't do their research on what happened to George Floyd. Now, at first, I saw a video that when the officer had his knee on top of George Floyd's back, but didn't know why it happened. They didn't show what was the reason why they put a knee on his back. There was not a reason. But there was video evidence that showed before the incident. Now, George Floyd, before all this, he was a drug addict, and he's done criminal activities, and he's been arrested many damn times, especially put into a back of a van. So, an officer, I think it was, I forgot the officer's name, but anyways, to put it in short, George Floyd was getting arrested for counterfeiting money, and not only that, all this, a couple of his friends were with him, and George Floyd got pulled over by a cop. Well, he was not pulled over. The cop came to his door because the owner of the store found told the officer about George Floyd. The officers went out to George Floyd. The officer did, knocked on his window, told him to open up, to step out of the vehicle. George Floyd did not comply because he was talking gibberish nonsense, and of course his friends were telling the officer that he wasn't right in his head. So that tells you that he was drugged up or whatever. To keep following to make it faster, the officers had him arrested. They were going to put him in the inside of the vehicle. George Floyd refused to comply to go into the vehicle because he was saying that he was claustrophobic. Now ask yourself this question. Out of many of times that George Floyd got arrested, where would they put him? In a vehicle, in the back of a van or in the back of a vehicle car. And now you're saying that you're claustrophobic? See, that tells you that he was drugged up. So there was evidence that showed that George Floyd died because of a drug overdose. But it couldn't get presented in the case because of a judge decided to give that officer the guilty book. He pronounced him guilty, and he had to spend time in prison. Now he's still probably spending time in prison. I don't know the update of what's going on with him. I know that one time in an update he got attacked in jail. He got stabbed. I don't know. I believe he survived, but still. But it just goes to show you that there has been a lot of arrests, incidents that civilians, black people, white, it doesn't matter. They think they got rights. They think they don't need to be arrested. And they tend to try to break the law. They tend to try to resist arrest. So there's going to be things that's going to happen. You're going to get your ass kicked. You're either going to get tased or you're going to get shot. If you don't want to get shot, if you don't want to get hurt or anything, take the cuffs. Get the handcuffs. Just get yourself handcuffed. Let them take you in. And then you lawyer up and fight the case. That's what you got to do, man. Don't try to act like a badass. You let the officers do their job. Corruption or not, let them do their job. But let's continue on this article here. While a number of strategic actions are needed to meaningfully address the legacy of structural racism and other inequities in our sector and the organizations within it, establishing baseline evidence is among the first steps needed. Having this data will enable individual and collective action. Organizations will be able to compare their own data to the industry benchmark and identify areas where they need to focus their efforts. At the sectorial level, the data could point to gaps where joint action is required to achieve meaningful and lasting change. The data will also provide a basis for mutual accountability and ultimately contribute to changing the sector for the better. Further, Bridge 2.0 and future iterations will provide time series trends for DEI metrics. This still what is and is not working and serve a real-time guide to advance DEI within organizations. Nowadays, companies they want to hire people because of what their race is, what their nature is, or whatever, not by experience. Take a look at Disney's. You got woke writers that are messing up these franchises, bro. It's just, it is what it is, man. Now let's look at this Bridge 2.0. In June 2023, the social impact launched for the Bridge 2.0 survey in the second round. 2 years after the initial benchmarking survey, Bridge 2.0 focused on two components. First, it gathered data on the workforce composition and DEI practices, as it did in the first round. And second, it compiled experiences related to achieving DEI goals. Through these two components, Bridge 2.0 allowed us to explore trends in workforce diversity and DEI practices between 2021 and 2023, as well as enhance our understanding of what is and what is not working, so we can adapt and improve our organizational DEI practices based on evidence. The Bridge 2.0 survey was closed on August 31st, 2023. I don't care about the report. Okay. The Bridge 2.0 Advisory Council consists of industrial leaders from the following organizations. Members help shape Bridge 2.0 by advising on and supporting survey design, survey dissemination, analysis of data, and dissemination of results. Now, these are the companies that are part of this. You know, let's see. DEI. Let's see what this is. Locally led approach. Let me see who we are. All right, it looks like they're with Climate Supply Chain Solutions. Yeah. World. What? Partners translate climate science and global. Yeah. It's just. Yeah, I was trying to read one company what they are. This is strange, bro. This is just very strange, this company. And then they have the 1.0. And then I'm reading this right here. Let's read this part. The Bridge survey was disseminated to nearly 400 organization. Results have been presented to 2,000 people, including over 1,000 U.S. AID staff and 40 CEOs. The survey continues to serve as a powerful tool for individual and collective action towards creating a more equitable industry. The survey results revealed stark findings about the realities of diversity within the industry, including that. So, yeah, let's see. 84% of the chief executives are white. Only 4% of chief executives are BIPOC women, despite comprising 20% of the U.S. population. 1 in 6 organizations don't capture employee gender data. 1 in 4 don't capture race data. And 1 in 2 don't capture disability data. 60% of organizations don't share race or gender data of staff internally, but 50% are willing to. I mean, what the hell, dude? What in the hell? See, this is like... All right. The Bridge 1.0 impact says that their thing was to raise awareness. The Bridge website has been accessed around 6,000 times. Almost 2,000 individuals from implementer and funder organizations attended Bridge dissemination events between the summer of 2021 and the spring of 2022. The number includes many CEOs and other organizational leaders, the power agency and the agency to make change. We made the data visible. The aggregate findings are public, So organizations in the sector are able to utilize the results to benchmark themselves and identify areas for improvement. We spark sector-wide change. Great review powerful findings on racial and ethnic equities in the international development and humanitarian assistance sector, particularly at the highest levels of power within organizations. The data provided and the evidence base for the formation of creed correlation for radical racial and ethnic equity in development, which has to date inspired 100 CEOs in our sector to sign to a pledge to work towards greater racial and ethnic equality in organization. Yeah, I'm just checking over here to make sure everything is fine while I'm recording. I just don't want nothing to happen over here. You know, just trying to keep an eye on things. My stream. It looks good so far. So far, so good. Where is it? Here we go. All right, let's let me go to this 2.0 thing. Let me see if I can. All right. Okay. Right here they got services, strategic planning and program design, organizational and workforce development, performance and context monitoring, fit for purpose evaluation, research analysis, learning and adapting. Sectors: agriculture and food security, cross-cutting, democracy and governance, economic growth, education, energy and infrastructure, environmental protection, health, humanitarian assistance, and water sanitation. Let me see something here. Let's take a look at this one. All right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. I forgot to close the door and everything. That's my fault. That's my fault. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. All right. In the complex environments in which organizations currently operate, effective strategic planning and agile programming designs are essential to manage for results. Strategy identifies desired outcomes, making the best choices based on clear, defensible criteria, while planning provides orderliness and discipline to put strategy and design into action. Okay, social impact is an established leader of strategic planning and program design, facilitating product-oriented interactive work sessions that maintain momentum, support staff ownership. Front-load implementation, we help clients develop principles to guide strategic choice. Use predictive exercises to elaborate strategic planning scenarios and develop evidence based on the It's just there's something fishy about this. I just don't like what. Let's see, where are we working? See, these are the people that are founders. These two are the founders. Rolf Sartorius, Pat Hanscom. They are the founders, and then these are their leaderships. Now, if you notice, a lot of these people and Yelric Gardar Bradley. Mm. Uh-oh. Yeah, something happened to the website. This has never happened before. I apologize about this, people. I think... Let me go back. Try like this way. Yeah, something has happened. Because I was trying to show that there are many more women here than males. And not only that, there are males that work in different cultures, but not white people. But damn, it's not showing me the rest of them. I'm sorry about this, people. This just crashed. I think this thing crashed. Huh. I think this web page has crashed on me for some reason. And this is where they're at right now. Like right now, there's some social impact offices are right now on all the United States of America and Mexico. Up north in Canada, probably in Alaska, I think it is. So I mean, their project experience is almost all over the world, and these are their clients. And their values. Let's look about their values. Deliver quality. We are proactive, programmatic, and seek out diverse perspectives to advance program effectiveness. We take pride in creating participatory process and useful products that deliver high quality results. Act with integrity. We are honest, ethical, transparent, and reliable in our work with each other. We welcome difficult conversations to advance equity-focused, evidence-based decision making and ensure accountability. We value and empower all the staff and respect the dynamism within and across our teams and country offices. We encourage curiosity, partnership, and reflection to learn from each other and our work, challenge ourselves, and continuously improve. Embrace camaraderie and belonging. We celebrate both our individuality and collective strengths and look for ways to connect within across teams, time zones, and projects. We seek remote and in-person spaces and to enhance trust and team building to create a sense of community. All right, let's see this. Let's look at this part right here. Social impact is committed to building people-centered organizations that is focused on cultivating a diverse, equitable, and inclusive culture that prioritizes the individual contributions and belongings of all. We believe that such a culture will make us better and more effective in achieving our mission to advance developing effectiveness, our diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging policy, along with our company-wide DEI and B strategic objectives, serve to reinforce their commitment goals, and guidance will enhance and support DEI and B and social impact. Social impact's main goals are as follows. Diversity. Identify, attract, engage, and retain diverse talent. Equity. Ensure transparency and equitable treatment of all in our people, policies, and communications practices. Inclusion. Establish employees research groups. Create professional development practices and utilize HR metric data to inform inclusive change and progress. Belonging. Enable an environment where our collective diversity is valued and all CI staff feel welcome and accepted as they are. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. In my company where I work at, I got many races. There are different races there. There are different genders and everything. Then they're just co-workers. I've got no problem with that. But the problem is when you hire somebody, to me, I wouldn't ask those questions. I wouldn't ask, what is your acceptancy? I wouldn't ask that. I wouldn't ask if you're black enough, white enough, gay enough, or any of that nonsense. I wouldn't ask that. Now, and I won't ask if I would accept what you are or what you do. I wouldn't ask that. I would ask, what is your experience in this department? What is your experience that we're looking for? Like, what is your graduate skill? Like, you have a high school graduate? Are you a college graduate? What are you a master of? Like, all those things. And certain questions that they ask, like if you have an impact on, I don't know, if you're working in an airport or in a train station or a security guard, all those things. What is your background? I would ask that. I wouldn't ask anything about your sexuality or anything, or your gender, or being racist. No. See, we are in a time that we should be away from that. We should be away from the racism. So, me, frankly, if you're black, it don't matter. If you're white, it don't matter. Asian, German, Jewish, it doesn't matter. What would you bring us to the table? Like, are you skillful enough to do these requirements that we ask? Do you have not just the physicality, do you have the mental to do what is asked, to do the tasks that we give you? I wouldn't have a company hire you guys for any of that nonsense that I'm seeing here, that I'm reading here. That what I'm reading here, I don't see that. But you know what? I mean, this seems to me that this is a little bit of a problem. But you know what? Look, I'm done with that. Oh, I got some people in the chat. I got one person in the chat. Hey, Luckphone. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing all right, man. The eclipse. I saw it, and it was okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're listening, this new this company here, it's another way of like trying to have people accept the to accept people with diversity and equity, inclusion. Basically, like when you're hiring somebody in a job, instead of asking what is your skill and what is your knowledge in in the company that you want to work for, what is your background and everything, They want to like hire you because of your race or your sexuality or anything like that, you know. Because if you've seen what's been going on in Hollywood, you know, yeah, it's just no, Marina. I got it. I know. But you know, it's just like this Lac Dwodon. I don't know if I got it pronounced right. Lac Danun. I think that's I can pronounce it right. But I mean, it's all right. But yeah, man, it's it is what it is, bro. Because this is this kind of thing. This is the reason why this kind of company right here is happening in Hollywood or in any other companies that we work for, any big companies, you know, and we have to watch that, bro. But, you know, I'm going to put this video that I have. It's from the Bridge 2.0 meeting. Now, I'm going to try my very best to watch this whole thing. I can't promise that it'll be good. Yeah, I know. So let's oh Jesus. Why did I okay, there we go. I hate it when it does that. Alright, let's just watch this video. And let's see what they have to say. Alright, let's just keep I'm gonna try my best to watch this.
Gironiana Selvam. I am the CEO of Social Impact, which is an evaluation research and learning company. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the launch event for the results of the Bridge 2.0 survey. I'm here today with my colleagues, Mateusz Puchalowski and Brooke Hill. Mateusz heads up our evaluation research and analytics division at SI, and he served as the technical director of this survey and will be presenting the findings today. And Brooke is a senior manager in our strategy, performance, and learning division,
if you have just
and
got
also
here,
the co-lead of our equity
just
incubator.
look at the bridge title and just see what it stands for.
Many, many hats in the design and implementation and analysis of the survey results. We honestly could not have done this survey without her, and she will be facilitating the interactive portion of our session today. I also want to thank our hosts for this event, Interaction, Humentum, CIDC. We are very grateful for their support and for providing us with this platform to share the findings of the survey. Just a couple of housekeeping points. I think we would like for you to update your name, organization in Zoom.
Oh, I believe it will.
We're going to track attendance this way, and also
it's just like any other company that happened.
But this session is being recorded.
It's just like any company that happened.
For those that were not able to participate, we're able to share it with them.
I don't know.
With that,
I really don't know the accent, but like I said, if you went to this website, it's in the Social Impact website.
I think that many of you are probably here because
if you go to that Social Impact website and you'll find the bridge, you'll find it there. It'll be right in the front page when you go to the Social Impact bridge. Just do a search, and it has a list of people. It has a list of people who are working there and everything. And yeah, it kind of sounds, it does sound like Asian. But the problem, it's like this. But like I said, man, the problem is, bro, that you got this kind of thing, bro. I mean, I'm sure you heard about these people, the Watch or the bully hunters and everything. I was going to say supplies. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. She's just, I mean, this is just a survey and it's just so stupid. Surprise. Yeah. But I'm just talking late and everything and I'm just a little tired. But right now, I'm just looking at this. And this is just plain ridiculous. Let me try to keep watching this.
You have interacted with Bridge before. you either, may have read our original baseline report back in 2021. You might have come to one of our dissemination events or read some of our blogs. But in case that is not so, let me just give you a little bit of an overview of what BRIDGE is. BRIDGE stands for Benchmarking Race, Inclusion, and Diversity in Global Engagement. It is an institutional survey of global development organizations in the US, focusing only on headquarters, right? So there's a lot there. Institutional survey means that there's a certain type of data that we were trying to capture, organizational level, sort of DEI outcomes and practices and policies. There's a plus there. The downside is that we're not capturing individual responses, individual perceptions and feelings, right? And so, particularly on this topic where both parts are very important, I just wanted to kind of underscore that this is an institutional survey.
I'm working with my laptop.
A lot of people have asked us in the past why only US-based organizations, why only headquarters. And really, this is because if we had gone global, we felt the scope of this survey would have become so great and so complex that it would have been not impossible to do, but certainly very difficult for a volunteer effort, which is what this is, to undertake. So we sort of decided to define the scope in the way that we have. We now have 2 iterations of BRIDGE. We did the baseline survey back in 2021. This is now the second wave of the survey that we have done this year. And as I mentioned, this is a volunteer effort. We have no grant or contract that is funding it. It really started with a group of people coming together to say, gosh, there's this gap in the data and let's do something about it. And this brings me to the right side of the slide, which is our advisory council. For this iteration of the survey, we formed an advisory council, and we were very intentional in inviting organizations of, different types of organizations to participate in it, large ones, small ones, micro ones, for-profit, non-profit, associations that represent organizations in our sector, and then the funder side. And we have really greatly appreciated the input that members of the advisory council have given us at the survey design stage, because this survey is an enhancement of the one that we conducted in 2021. We asked many more qualitative questions, and we took some of the things that we learned from 2021, questions that we perhaps should have asked, but we didn't know enough to ask them. We added those as well. So they advised us on that, and then also helped us with the interpretation of the findings. So a big thank you to our advisory council. Very quickly, why did we do BRIDGE? Really, we were looking to develop an evidence base for DEI in our sector. In 2021, we realized, that this data just didn't exist. And we wanted to develop this evidence base for 3 reasons. One is that, we wanted to provide kind of a sectoral comparison against which individual organizations could benchmark themselves, right? Second, as a measurement and learning company, we really believe in the power of data to drive change. And so we wanted to sort of generate this data so that it could be used to affect positive change in our sector. And, we've been really proud of the role that BRIDGE played in, for instance, the creation of CREED, right, which is the Coalition for Racial and Ethnic Equity in Development. And then finally, we wanted to also be able to monitor trends over time, hence the second wave, and hopefully future waves in the future. And so with that background, let's talk a bit about what we're going to do today, right? Today's session, we're going to take a what, so what, now what approach to it. I'm going to shortly turn it over to Mateusz, who will focus on the what. What did we find from this survey? What is the state of DEIA in the global development sector? What progress have we made, and what challenges remain? I will then take over and talk about the so what. What conclusions can we draw from all of the findings of the survey? And then now what? What are we going to do about it, right? What is our call to action at the sector level and as individual organizations? After that, we want to, we have over 150 participants at this session. We want to leverage your knowledge and your perspectives. And so then we will transition into the sort of interactive component, and Brooke will facilitate a discussion where we hope to hear what you would conclude, not what we concluded, but what you all would conclude, and what recommendations you would make based on what you heard. And then we'll do a quick wrap up and tell you about some of our next steps.
Man,
so with that, I am going to turn it over to Mateusz.
Thank you, Shiro, and thank you everybody for joining us today. As we begin talking about the findings, let's first discuss who responded to the survey. So there are some important differences between the first wave of Bridge in 2021 and the most recent one this summer. So right off the bat, we see that the number of institutional respondents fell about by half, looking at this graph right here. And that's an important finding in its own right that Shiro will come back to and talk about what this means. But when we look at who within these respondents was responding, we see that the share of for-profits, which was quite small at baseline, only 11% of the 2021 sample were for-profits, that doubled in this most recent wave, which we view as a very positive development. It is increasingly being more representative of the industry. Taking one step deeper, if we look at registration status and the size of the organization for the purposes of this simple graph defined as below $50 million in annual revenue for small and above $50 million for large, we see that in the previous wave in 2021, the blue bars, in both for-profits and non-profits, we had many more small organizational respondents than large organizational respondents. However, look at what happened with the nonprofits. So those two bar graphs on the left side, we went from it being kind of dominated by small organizations to having a majority of large nonprofit organizations. So the balance of organizational size is also changing. And the same thing holds for the for-profits. We only had a single large business responding to the 2021 survey, whereas now we have 11.
That's got to flow, man. I was supposed to discuss
so there
about
are a couple of important distinctions between the two waves that we must account for when we are interpreting these findings.
He was talking with Jesse Waters.
There are also other types of variables that are quite consistent over time, such as the years of existence. We have in Jeremy, Blue 21 and in Green 23.
He showed a lot of us this video,
and organizational
this company, the Bridge.
Here, similar
So I said, what, let me look into
across
this
some variables
and put my voice out there on this matter.
Across others, there are
just what I think about
between the two waves. So
right now, I think this is a joke.
From this very, very brief analysis, and how should we interpret the findings? First, we want to be fully transparent and disclose all limitations. There is some selection bias in this study. So first of all, neither of the two waves are representative of the population of development and humanitarian assistance organizations, right? This was a voluntary survey. We did not compel anybody to respond. We did our best to send the survey out to as many organizations as possible, and we allowed ample time to respond. But at the end of the day, organizations chose to respond or not. What does this mean? This means that 2021, that sample is not representative of the industry. And at 23, that sample is itself fully not representative of the industry either, right? There are some limitations. So when we have two non-representative samples and we try to compare the two across time, that creates a set of complications. So what we have decided to do as the most kind of rigorous way of resolving this issue is to look at comparisons across subcategories. So we looked at what organizational characteristics were most strongly correlated with the outcomes of interest.
Right now, this
organizational
video,
demographics,
if you
the
saw that,
existence of DEI governing structures,
it's got
and
no
we saw net
likes.
registration status,
It's got
so that's
no likes
for-profit,
on it.
nonprofit, as well as
And
size,
they only have
defined
60
as revenue,
subscribers
annual
on
revenue.
this
So we
thing.
have 4 categories of those.
So I
what we
believe
ended
not
up
a lot of
doing
people
under
are
the
on
hood,
this
we're not going to
nonsense.
present all this because this is already a lot of information. Under the hood, we are comparing
I'm sure.
nonprofits
I'm
at these
sure,
4
yeah.
strata and for-profits at these
I'm
4
sure
strata across time. So we have kind of 8 bases of comparison. And when we see that there is a generalized trend across these 8 strata over time, we feel more confident that there is, in fact, an actual effect going on here between these 2 waves. Whereas if we see a lot of noise, some moving up, some moving down, some null, then we are much, much less confident that any kind of aggregated measure, the average number of staff in some kind of demographic category, we're much less confident that that's a real finding for the industry as a whole. So caveats and limitations aside, let's jump into the data. First and foremost, we want to talk about workforce composition. So we will start by looking at racial and ethnic diversity of responding organizations at various levels. So here we bracket the hierarchies on the left side. We have staff of the U.S.-based workforce.
I don't know where they get these
then the
charts.
leadership teams.
I
the board,
really don't know.
To the extent that it exists in
I
the
really
responding
don't know
organizations.
where they get
and
these
then
charts
the
because
CEO.
this looks like a.
And then within those, we
This just doesn't look right.
Created a dummy variable for
Because,
white and BIPOC. What do we see
You're telling me that
see
from
that,
2021
there is
to now,
some
they only have
suggestive
6
evidence of
subscribers?
slight
More
improvements
people
in
would have probably
racial
been
and
on this.
ethnic diversity across various
And not
levels.
only that, their
You can see
video
that
would have
the
more likes.
The proportion of the green
I
bars is
believe
increasing
if I had the right
marginally for each
programming,
one of those
I would have
categories.
seen how many
But that
dislikes
really
were
is
on there.
driven by nonprofits. We did not see any
Only
evidence of
426
changes
people
amongst
viewed it,
the
and this was 5 months
for-profits.
ago.
And interestingly,
Let me see
among the
something real quick,
nonprofits,
man.
this
I'm gonna take
finding
a
was
look at
fairly
something.
robust across
Let me see their
all of the different
comments
categories,
page.
as well as the sizes, those 4 revenue categories that I talked about. So some suggestive evidence that there's a very small increase in the proportion of BIPOC staff at these various levels. Now, when we look at the CEOs themselves, we do see that for-profits tended to have a higher proportion of BIPOC CEOs than nonprofits, again, at almost all of these different revenue sizes. And the last piece of this puzzle is we asked at this most recent wave, 2023, whether or not, over the last 2 years, of all of the staff that you have hired, what proportion of them have been BIPOC? And we see that among the objectively small number of respondents to this question, just 38, we see that 35% of new hires were BIPOC. When we compare that to the existing workforce population of 40% this year, there's not a strong signal that among this subgroup of respondents, not a strong signal that this statistic is going to change fundamentally anytime soon, right? We were hoping that would be a larger number. The other factor here is the attrition of BIPOC staff. How many BIPOC staff have left these organizations? And among basically the same respondents, not really a discernible effect here, even though it might seem like it. I'm just trying to fast forward to try to see
if there's something.
All right. Now disability status, the third of these findings we see, and that both of these actions, the updating of strategies and the updating of values, were more common among larger organizations and
DEI. So many more organizations have DEI. Legal framework.
Yeah, you know what?
Thanks, Laura.
You know what? I think this is full of shit. Yeah, I know. Must be a friend. Yeah, I know. I agree, bro. I do agree. I'm looking at it and I'm trying to see what are they trying to put out here, bro. And I'm just seeing that it's just plain bull crap, bro. I don't like this, and I it's just ridiculous. So let me take this crap off. So hold on a minute. Yeah, I know. You see, and it's like I said, dude. This thing, man, right here. What they want to do is they just want to try. They just want to prove that they can damn no good. And it's just like video games right now. Like what's going on. Like you saw, I'm sure you saw what was going on. If you saw what was going on with Indiana Jones, did you ever? You saw that trailer to Indiana Jones, right? And the making of what they were doing, right? Did you ever saw that? Yeah, I know. It's just plain stupid. This company right here is they're just full of it, man. Let me just hold on a second. Yeah, yeah. This company is so full of it. Yeah, to me right now, I mean, I'm putting my word out there, bro, and saying my speech. I'm just gonna save the trouble, not to try to talk about this, bro. But what I say is this is full of shit, bro. These people are full of it. I mean, me right now, I would not. I mean, me if I was in charge of a company, if I was a boss of a company, bro, I would not. I would hire people. Yeah, benchmarks. I know they put benchmarking in there. Benchmarking race. I don't know, man. It's just they've been too many problems, man. There's been too many problems in companies, man. Especially in video gaming right now. You ever saw what was going on with Stellar Blade? Because I'm sure I don't know if you saw my video about Stellar Blade when I discussed how I enjoyed the demo. Because let me tell you, man, I love the demo. I think the Stellar Blade game is going to do good, pretty good. I'm gonna get. I already purchased the game, and I'm gonna give it a shot. Nah, listen. If you want, because it's late for me. I mean, it's late. If you want me to play the demo so I can show you what I'm talking about, man, I'll play the demo. I can play the demo tomorrow. Oh yeah, I will tell you this. It's like Ninja Gaiden with Devil May Cry, but like I said, dude, this is about a chick, a woman. But tell me this, man. If you played a game, I'm sure you played a game with a chick. Oh yes, Ninja Gaiden was one of the best games. Devil May Cry are pretty good games, and I wouldn't mind playing another Devil May Cry game. I wouldn't mind. I would give it. I would not mind. I wouldn't mind playing another Devil May Cry game. But I will say this about Stellar Blade, bro. The Stellar Blade game looks pretty good. This chick is pretty nice. She's fine as hell. And I'm sure you read what was going on with IGN. IGN in the France area, they criticized Japan like crazy about this game, saying that this chick, there are no fine women like that. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to? Who wants to? Who doesn't want to watch a guy? You want to have women, especially looking at Rogue, looking at Rogue's ass. I would like that. But I mean, this is something that, this is something that a lot of us have to. Yeah, Bayonetta. I've never played Bayonetta. I've never played that game, Bayonetta, to be honest. I've never played that game, but I heard a lot of people liked it. But I mean, it's like I said, I played the Devil May Cry games. I played the Ninja Gaiden games. I played games like Castlevania. I played, what else have I played? Dead Space, Evil Within, Resident Evil. Hell, I've seen some of the videos that they modded Resident Evil, what they did to Claire Redfield. They had her one time in a video that she was butt-ass naked. It was pretty good. Impressive. But like I said, if you want me to play the Stellar Blade demo, man, I'll play the Stellar Blade demo anytime, man. I'll play that game. I'll play the demo again just to show you and anybody else that wants it, that's interested. You'll know what I mean. Because I mean the game looks pretty good. But I've been playing a lot, and I'm sure you've probably seen my videos. I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2, man. Helldivers 2 is a pretty good game. It's remarkable. I mean, and there are people that are asking, which I have not seen it, but there have been rumors that people are asking for a real life Helldivers show. Why do we want to see that when you got Starship Troopers? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I played Code Veronica. Code Veronica was a good game. It was a good story. I mean, Resident Evil right now, the Capcom, they are trying, I've heard that they are trying to do Resident Evil 5, but the problem is they want, for some reason, the diversity and these game journalists, they're trying to tell the Capcom that they don't want no racism. Basically, they don't want white people trying to kill black people. Now, you played Resident Evil 5. I played it. You know damn well that Resident Evil 5 was based off in Africa, what was going on. So, I mean, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I know. I know, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what they're trying to do in that, man. I did a video about that. If you want to try to look for that video, I believe I did that video about that. And it's just, it's not racist. I mean, but the people that the journalisms, the game journalisms, they believe they're trying to tell Capcom that doing Resident Evil 5 with that thing is racism, and it's not. It's not racist. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. It's just a joke, I mean, I played Resident Evil 5 a couple of times. I did not play the extended version because I was playing other games during that time. But I enjoyed Resident Evil 5. But I mean, I'm sure they're going to reboot it, and I'm sure they're going to do something. But I do like to play Code Veronica. Code Veronica I would like to play because I did enjoy Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was good. Resident Evil 4 was a good game, But man, I mean, yeah, my throat. I was talking a lot at work today. I'm trying not to lose my voice here. I'm going to have to drink a lot of water. I drank coffee, but I'm going to have to drink water. I just got to hope I don't lose my voice because I'm getting ready to go to Vegas. I'm getting ready to go to Vegas soon. Just got to do some preparations tomorrow. After that, Wednesday morning, I'm off to Vegas. Killed all zombies and didn't spare do Ah, man. Dude, the game like that, Dead Island, dude, it's a game. Remember, these creators, they create what they want to create, and they just let it out there. I mean, you saw. I mean, it's like Sunset Overdrive. I played Sunset Overdrive, man, and I put. It's funny that I put the title about Bridge, this that I was going to talk about it, but right now I'm just had enough, man. Let me just take off the. Let me just take off this thing. Let me get myself back to full screen. 1 minute, man. Yeah, I'm gonna take this crap off. Let me just let me get myself back to full screen mode. And myself back to screen mode and full screen. Yeah. Let me get myself back to full screen mode. Yeah, this is just tiresome, bro. There we go. All right. All right. So, yeah, man, it's like I said, dude. I'm sick and tired. I'm just sick and tired of seeing what has been going on with our. I'm just sick and tired of what's been going on with our video games right now, with our shows, everything, bro. I know the older kids trying to see what they are doing to do moves, sharing finishers. Kids are robbed in today's world. Oh yeah, man, yeah, I know. But that's why people like us gotta keep fighting it, bro. We gotta keep talking, man. We gotta keep putting our voices out there, bro. We gotta put our voices out there. We gotta bring entertainment back. We gotta bring entertainment back into these games. You know, we gotta bring entertainment back into our games, into movies, into shows, and into cartoons. You know, we got to bring it back. We cannot. We can't let. We can't let. We can't let these type of people ruin it, man. I mean, right now I've been so picky nowadays on what is going on with our entertainment, man. I'm so tired. I'm wondering. D&D experience. What do you mean by D&D, bro? What do you mean? D&D experience. I'm not familiar with that. What got me into what? Video games? Or got me into this streaming business? Dungeons and Dragons? Oh, you're talking about, I mean, I've watched the original Dungeons and Dragons, man. I've watched the original Dungeons and Dragons. I've watched older cartoons, man. I've watched Dungeons and Dragons. I've watched the Imagineers, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. I'm old school, man. I got a collection in my back area, man. In my back here, I got a lot of collections. I've got He-Man. Yeah, I know the Dungeons and Dragons. It really never finished. It really never finished the seasons. I don't think it ever did. The other day, like a month ago, it was like a month ago and everything, or 2 months ago. I've watched the whole entire Conan series, The Adventurer, the animated series, and I have it on YouTube in my collector's thing, and it's great. It is great. I love the theme song too, bro, of Conan. It was to me one of the best animated cartoon shows ever, man. I mean, But right now, the cartoon list that I got in the back is I got He-Man, I got Spider-Man, I got Thundercats, I got G.I. Joe, X-Men, X-Men Evolution, Captain N, the Game Master. What else do I have? Let me scroll back for a minute here. Batman animated series, Justice League, the Batman animated series, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, that's the 2000 series, Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the original Clone Wars, and the new Clone Wars. I got the Fantastic Four one, the Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I even got the Devil May Cry animated series. Yeah, man, I mean, and I forgot one more. Transformers, the first generation. And I also got Legend of Zelda. I don't even remember the... Yeah. I mean, I've got a whole variety of cartoon collection, man. You know, I'm old school, man. I'm old school into cartoons, old school in video games. You know, I've collected a lot in my time. And I tend to try to keep it. You know, I tend to keep that for life. You know, but yeah, man, it's yeah, man. But like I said, dude, yeah, I know, man. Let me ask you, man, do you hate it? Let me see. Still, I may have a few. Let me ask you, man. Do you hate the fact that when you were young, and that when your parents saw that you had all these toys and everything, and when you were getting older, your parents decided to get rid of them, but they didn't realize that all those toys would have costed money in the future if you would have kept them intact. Which, yeah, man, I tell you, man, it was one of those days, bro, that I wish I kept them. But yeah, I used to have my figurine collection, man. But I mean, for me, I should have kept them. It's just that I didn't know. I didn't want to keep them in a plastic container forever or in a damn drawer set when I had all my lightsaber collection here, man. And I did the one thing I should have never have done, and you probably can guess what that is. But yeah, I learned my value lesson, man. So right now I am trying to get back into collecting and everything, and I started getting this. So MegaCon last year. So this you're gonna probably like. This year when I went to MegaCon, I decided to get this one. I bought this comic book and I got it signed by the man himself who did the voice of this character. And I'm sure you know who that is. Sure you know who that is already, bro. So I'm excited for that. And I met, let me just put this down here because I don't want this to, let's see. And I managed to meet the creator who created these two comic stories. Yeah, Peter Cullen, bro. Now I met this guy. I'm sure you know him. And I met this guy and everything, and he's cool as hell. And I've got these two signed, and I got them made, CGI. And I'm looking forward into getting it done. So I already bought Yaira. I already bought Yaira, and I'm gonna read one. I'm gonna read it and check it out. Yeah, it's just that during that, it's just like this, bro. With a lot of with things been going on and everything. I gotta hold on to money, man, because I went not only to get Peter Cullen, I got Jonathan Rhys Davis, and I got and Anthony Daniels. Yeah, so that's why I went only with 3 actors. I went with Anthony Daniels, Jonathan Rhys Myers, and Peter Cullen. So I got them. But last year's MegaCon, last year I went to MegaCon and I went to Star Wars Celebration in London, and let me tell you, man, I spend a fortune. I spend a big fortune. Yeah. And right now, with the economy the way things have been right now, with our country the way it has been, I'm trying to ease down on the money. I'm trying to be careful, man. I'm trying not to spend. I'm trying not to get myself into a big spending spree. But it's like I said, dude. Glenn Beck. I'm trying to recognize that name. Glenn Beck. Who is Glenn Beck? Glenn Beck. I recognize that name. Just don't tell me. Look, don't tell me before I cannot figure it out. Who is Glenn Beck? Oh, I know now. Blaze Media. Yeah, he is political. Yeah, he's in the Blaze TV. Yeah, I've seen some of his work. This year I went to a truck rally in Rome, Georgia. I went to a truck rally this last month. It was a good event, man. It was a good event, and I enjoyed it, man. If ever there's a chance that Trump comes back to Georgia, man, I'll go again. I'll go again in a heartbeat. Yeah. Let me put these away. I got other comic books. Oh yeah, it was packed. It was a packed place. I had a good seat. I had a real good seat while I was sitting. But I mean, yeah, it was pretty packed. I do have other comic books that I have, but right now I really don't read them. Because no problem, man, no problem. Like I said, dude, I'm trying to get back into the big growing of the collection. Oh yeah, man. CGC, if you're gonna collect something, bro. If you're gonna collect something like comic books, get them signed and everything, CGCing is your best bet, bro. CGCing is your best bet. Just go with that, and then you'll be fine, bro. And you'll be fine. But yeah, man. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it is an investment, but I could have had more of an investment if I didn't blow it. Than what I did. I wish I didn't do it, man, but part of me needed money. But I should have never have done it. Man. But hey, I learned my lesson, bro. My brother cussed the shit out of me. And I don't blame him. But I've learned my lesson, so I'm just going to keep what I got and everything. But the ones that I have, which are crap, I am going to tend to get rid of them. But once I finish it up. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's like I said, bro. You just try to collect what you love, man. Try to collect what you love. Keep them safe. Keep them in a good containment. Keep them stored. And I guarantee you, bro, one day when things get better, if things ever get better, which I pray it does, you can sell it one day, and I believe people will go for it. You know, so me right now, I'm just going to be patient. I'm going to let this grow and everything, except for the ones that I'm going to get rid of once the whole thing finishes. Once that series finishes, I'm going to get rid of it. But I haven't been to the comic book store in a while, man, because I've been busy. And I'm getting ready to go this week and then next week. This week and next week I'm gonna be busy. So, but the guy that I go to the comic book store, he told me he tends to keep them. He tends to take care of them. So I should be kept down in the speed. So, but I'll probably visit tomorrow just to see what books he's got that he's hold on to, so that I can hold them and put them away. You know. But as of right now, at the moment, man, I'm chilling, bro. So, oh yeah, eventually, Riververse will. I'm sure it's going to take down Marvel and DC because Eric July and what I've read about him and what I've seen about what he's doing, he's trying to not put any political nonsense into this thing, bro. He's trying to bring fantasy, bro. He's trying to bring it in there, you know, and that's why I'm gonna collect what he's got. But Ripa, but I will say this: what Ripa needs to do is, and I'm sure he's doing it now, he's got to have to bring certain issues to the table. Like instead of trying like what he did with River with Isom, and then he's doing Alpha Core and everything. Like he has to get number 2 Alpha Core out there. He's got to get Alpha Core number 2 out there, and then Alpha Core Season 3. He's got to. But I am sure right now because he has been applying, he has been trying, he has been opening up job openings. So then hopefully people will go in there and they're creators, good creators, that will continue on these stories with the Riververse, you know, with Isom, Yari, Horseman. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Of course. Of course. Of course. It's true. And that's something that a lot of people need to do, bro. That's something that people have to realize, bro. We have to Marvel and DC, they need to start changing their perspective, bro, for what's going on. Now, DC, however, DC has not been in this woke nonsense. Well, I can say except for the fact that Shazam 2, I did not see the movie, but I've seen clips and I've read what was going on with that movie, you know, and I didn't like it. And I saw The Flash when it came out on when streaming. Well, I was so happy I did not spend my money in that theater. I was so pissed. I did not like this. The CGI sucked balls. Yeah, the Flash movie. It sucked terribly. And people were hoping that some people, when they saw Michael Keaton in there, bro, as Batman, which I liked. I liked it, Michael Keaton playing Batman. And Ben Affleck. The best part about the Flash movie was Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. Everything else was crap. Everything else was crap. The CGI was terrible. But you know, man, it's nowadays, bro, they just tend to screw up. They tend to screw up these projects very easy, you know, and it pisses me off about it. So right now I'm just, you know, oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh. He got arrested twice in Hawaii. It was an incident. He had an incident in Iceland. He choke slammed a woman. It was like I think it was a year after the first Justice League movie came out. Yeah, I know. And he was dating a minor. He was dating a minor. And what does Warner Brothers do? Nothing. Now I don't know that after the Flash movie he hasn't been doing any projects, because I think I heard he was doing a voice acting in the Invincible show, in the Invincible cartoon show. I've read. I think he was. But it's like this, man. Ezra Miller really fucked himself. He really fucked himself terribly, bro. I said to myself, I don't know what Zack Snyder saw in that man. I don't know what he saw in that guy. Because to me, when I saw him, I did not see him as the Flash. I did not see him as the Flash. I don't know, man. It's just so stupid, bro. Yeah. Well, all right. I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna let you go. I gotta get things done tomorrow, man. I got things to do tomorrow, but I am gonna try to do some streaming, and I'm gonna try to get onto that Patrick Bet Paul. I'm gonna try to get that video and watch that whole entire interview, man. Oh yeah, he was in Harry Potter. Yeah, he was in there, man. I know. I didn't watch that last Wizarding World thing. I didn't watch it. Yeah. Yeah, that was the last one of that Wizarding thing, whatever that nonsense was. Well, Lackadoon, man, appreciate you coming in, man, to check out the channel, man. Check out the video to see what I'm discussing. And to be honest, I'm glad I got out of this bridge thing, because this bridge thing was very stupid. This was very stupid, and I did not like it. I just don't like what they're doing, so this is going to die down, bro. Yeah. All right, man. Lackadoon. It's nice meeting you, bro. It's nice seeing you again. I hope you check out more of my videos. So anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, hit the like button. Please share it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys around. Peace out, everyone. Bye for now. And good night. Peace.